What up, everyone on YouTube? Today we are going to be going through a $25 box of pennies, looking for wheat pennies, rare coins, errors, anything we can find that's an abnormality and potentially worth something, just for fun. But anywho, I was at the bank and they had a customer wrapped roll of $50. Now, the people at my bank where I get my coins actually, there's at least 2 people there that search for stuff like silver and interesting things. So it's that type of stuff is picked over. He even told me that there wasn't even silver in it or anything. I guess somebody had looked through it. But we're going to check it out anyway to see if they left any proof coins or anything like that in there. So we're going to do that. And also, I have a big announcement. I convinced my bank to get me a large batch of $50. They are getting me 10 boxes. That's right. I'm getting $3,000 in bank-sealed $50, and I'm thinking about doing one major epic video of opening all 10 boxes in one go. I obviously won't do it all at one time, but I'll put it all in the same video. At least I'm planning on doing that. So I'll keep everyone posted on that. But for now, let's go ahead and get these pennies opened here. Let's see if I can grab my key here. My little, I think I lost my little, I had a little knife on my key ring here, and I used it in a metal detecting video. And then, I don't know what happened to it. So we're just kind of going on the fly with this. I guess if I rip it don't matter. They're all coming out anyway. But anyway, hopefully that's not short. Ooh. Okay, I thought for a second they were going to be all new ones. Thankfully not. So I'm going to go ahead and let's just do it now. Let's dump them out. Oof. And I'm going to check for enders. And if there's anything there interesting on the ends, we'll start or end with one of those rolls. So stand by. So I just started randomly looking at the ends of the rolls to see if there was anything interesting, and we got something pretty crazy here. I've never seen anything like this on the end of a penny roll before, but it is a foreign coin, and I've seen these before. I can't remember exactly, but I think that might be Jamaican. I think that might be a Jamaican penny. It's got a zinc penny on the other side. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to open that last. So for now, I'm going to get the tripod set up, and we're going to jump right in. I'm going to do the first roll live. I'll do this roll live for the last one, and then probably time-lapse or just cut to the good stuff. Who knows? Or maybe I'll let it roll. We'll see. So I forgot I wanted to open this $50 roll first live. I looked at the ends. One of them was really dirty. I guess it was on the other side. Wasn't anything interesting on the ends. But let's go ahead and... That's the one I was talking about there. 1974. I might get a better angle on the light here. There we go. Put the light behind the coins. So, let's see. Yep, it's got the FG on the back. It's one of the things I check for, especially on the 1983s. If the FG initials are missing right there, it's worth some money. There's another 83. You can see the FG is there. Nice 81, but nope, nothing in that roll. Didn't expect anything, because like I said, they said they checked it at my bank, but they don't pull usually the strange stuff. They just normally grab the silver. They don't really look for like NIFCs and stuff like that. So anyway, let's just go ahead and grab one of these rolls that's got a copper penny in the end. Right there. And we'll start with this live and see if we got anything. Yeah, pretty fair amount of copper in the rolls. So hopefully we'll be onto a good box. Just trying to make sure my framing's good here. I have a tendency to just do my own thing and not pay attention to the camera view, so I think we're good right here. And I probably won't look through every coin for 2009s, but if I see one by the reverse, I'll pull it out. Looks like there's going to be some new ones in this batch. There's a fresh 2018. It's got some nicks on it though. I might keep one or two of them if they're pristine, because I haven't done coin roll hunted pennies in a long time. But doesn't look like anything good in that roll. But why not? Let's just go through these. All right. Trying to get a good setup for the lamp here. Just kind of doing this on the fly tonight, so. It's a pretty nice pretty nice 74D. Not going to save it though. Alright. So I'm hoping when I get the $50 in, with as many as I'm getting, that it's not going to be a dud. I'd love to get a good amount of silver and whatever else, you know, proof coins and stuff like that. I hope we get a decent batch. And here we go. We got our first Canadian cent, which I'm in Tennessee, and these do not circulate a whole lot down here this far south. Oh, yep, I forgot them Canucks flipped the wrong way. There we go. 2003 Canadian cent. We'll set that one off to the side. I was not expecting that, actually. So it looks like this may be the box of foreigns, but hopefully we get at least a few wheat pennies. I'd love to see an Indian head in here, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too high on that one. That Jamaican coin, which I think is Jamaican, kind of interested to open that one. There's quite a bit of copper in here, so we should hit some wheat pennies. All right. Oh, nothing too fascinating yet. Coin roll hunting is one of those things where you really like the hobby or you don't. These types of videos, a lot of people say it's like watching paint dry. Let's see, 62D, that's the oldest one so far. Pretty nice looking, but I don't keep that type of stuff. I don't have like a copper penny stash either. I have a bunch, there's a nice 64. I mean, I have a bunch of wheat pennies, but I don't generally pick out the copper ones and keep like a stash of copper, except for the stuff I find metal detecting. All right. You really got to wash your hands when you're done looking through these, because some of these coins just are so nasty. Very dirty. Pennies end up everywhere. Probably one of the dirtiest things that gets changed hands. Listen to my grammar. It changes hands. Come on, get out of there. I wonder if I could get a different view next time so the camera's up higher and looking down so you can see more of them when they're kind of flat. I might try to do that, but then it gets kind of tricky with the audio. So I'm just using the internal audio on the camera. There's a 67. 68. We're hitting some high relief. So we may got some Wheaties coming here. 68. I would be shocked if I don't get a 59. I would be shocked. Because you know me. No matter what I'm doing, I always get a 59. I had a pretty large coin score from the Coinstar machine recently. Got a huge pile of change in it. Accidentally dropped a penny in the pile here when I was doing this. But anyway, there's a huge pile of coins. There wasn't anything old in it except for a 59, of course. Just hit another Canadian. Ooh, it is a Elizabeth II, 1965. That's actually a pretty decent find for my area. Alright, we'll take that. I'll set that one aside. Happy with that. Okay, here's the oldest coin so far. That is a 1960D. That is a large date, so we're not going to save that. The 60D small date has a little bit of value, but we're going to toss that one back. Is that a D mint mark? Yeah, 70D. I thought it was an S. So I've never really coin roll hunted pennies a whole lot. I've always focused on nickels and half dollars. They're my favorite because they give you the highest chance, usually from my experience, to find silver. And also the nickels are just really diverse. You can find a lot of interesting things in nickel rolls. And half dollars are just really fun for like finding silver and proof coins. So I've focused on those. I just don't like dimes because they're kind of hard in your eyes. The coins are so small, and you got to go through tons of them to find silver usually, and quarters are usually worse from my experience. Ew, that's nasty. Oh, this must have been in an album. That's just paper. I thought it was gum there for a second. So what do we got here? A little counter-stamped coin with the USA and the Liberty Bell on the other side of that there. Let's see if we can get some better lighting on it here. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've found one of these before. It was obviously in an album or something. Somebody had it glued down to something. That's really neat. Okay, we're going to set that aside. So, not getting any particularly old coins yet, but we're getting some interesting stuff. I like where this box is headed. We got plenty of pennies left to go through. There's another Canadian. I'm surprised how many of these are coming out. I wonder where my bank got these from. Huh. 1981 Canadian there. 67. I have no idea. I lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was just talking about which coins I like to go through. But anywho, the rarest penny I ever found in circulation is actually kind of a funny story. I used to work at Dollar General when I turned 18, and I worked there for several years, part-time mostly, while I was doing work for myself on the side most of the time, at least the last several years anyway. And there was a lady that used to come in all the time, so I knew who she was, and I was on my lunch break, and I was in Burger King, and she was ahead of me, and so I was just chatting with her for a second, and she had a few pennies left over, and she just handed them to me and said, "Here, use these if you need them." And lo and behold, they were all modern pennies except for one, which was a 1913 S. I see another Canadian here, and I sold it on eBay. It was in nice condition. It was a little bit worn, but it was a really nice coin. I sold it on eBay. I can't remember exactly, but I believe it was something just under $20. So, yeah, $20 for a penny. That was pretty cool. And that's actually one of those things. I think I was about 20 years old then, and that's one of the things that kind of got me back into reselling coins and looking them up again because I had shied away from it for many years. And it's one of those things that sparked getting me back into reselling coins for a profit. Buying and selling bulk lots, stuff from estates and things like that. Here's another Canadian, a 1989. I can't believe how many of them we're getting. So I'm just trying to figure out stuff to talk about on the fly. I still can kind of remember the first time I was ever interested in coins. I think I was maybe about 10 years old or around in there. There's a really nice 67 with some luster on it. I'll throw that one aside. I just remember I was about 10 years old, and we stopped somewhere to eat on the way back from church. There's a nasty one. And we were at an Olive Garden, and I just remember my dad got the little tray back that had the change in it, because he always used to pay with cash when we were out. And I just remember seeing the wheat ears on the back of the penny sticking up, and I just knew that it looked different than your typical penny. And so I just picked it up, and I was curious about it, and I kept it. And I was kind of interested ever since then. But that's kind of my first memory with being interested in coins when I was round and about 10 or 11 years old. Because I was really neck deep into collecting by the time I was 12. And I went to all sorts of coin shows and tried to trade my way up and buy and sell and all sorts of stuff. I was into trying to collect, like every coin in existence. And I did pretty good for as young as I was and saving up paper route money and trying to make deals, and did whatever I could. Another 68D. We're hitting a lot of the high relief now, but we're just not getting into the wheat pennies. Looky, as I say that, here we go. We got one. So, guess the date. Came up backside first. Pretty nice detail on there. I'm going to go 44 on that one, which is a common one. Oh, it's a 56D. 56D. That's a pretty looking one there, though. So sweet, we got ourselves a wheat penny. Here's a 63. All right. There's a 2018 on the end of that roll. At some point here, I'm going to have to change my camera battery. Can you hear the ice cube maker from the refrigerator? Ooh. We got one that's painted, 84. There is a lot of newer ones in this batch right here. Another 70D. You always have to double check them, make sure it's not an S. Okay, let's try to push some of these pennies back this way. Ooh. Okay. So hunting through the nickel rolls, I've done pretty decent on finding the war nickels. The rarest one I found, I did find, I think it was a 38S. I did find one of the rare ones. Semi-rare ones. I mean, it was in good shape and worth a few dollars, but it's pretty good for a nickel. I haven't found a buffalo nickel in with the nickels quite yet. Not quite yet. I haven't. There's no quite about it. There's a uncirculated 1981 D. We'll set that one aside. I found a 1938 that was in amazing condition. It was like an XF. So that was worth a couple bucks too, which is amazing for a first-year Jefferson nickel. And I found some foreign coins, war nickels, the usual. I did find one or two proofs in nickel rolls. But anyway, I got to change my camera battery and clear some space on here. I will see you in a second. All right, so we are back in action. And as usual, I have no remembrance of what I was talking about when I turned the camera off. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about nickels. Ah! Sorry for bumping that. Let's get that resituated. But half dollars, I've done pretty good on them. I've gotten a few boxes that were just awesome, where I found a Walking Liberty half dollar, and quite a few other silver coins, 40 and 90% silver. They're just really fun to find. I've just focused more on metal detecting over the last several years more than I have, like, doing things regarding coins. To be honest, well, I mean, having the knowledge of coins is kind of what got me into metal detecting, because the thought of digging them up was just a lot more fascinating than just like buying them. But I was completely burnt out on anything coin related by the time I started metal detecting like 6 years ago, because I did it like extensively for a living and buying and selling, and I just had no interest as like a hobby, because I did it to make money. So like, this is just kind of something to do once in a while when I'm relaxing. A reason to make a video and kind of talk to everyone, just to do something a little bit different. I still really do like looking through the half dollars. That's my main interest for coin roll hunting, is the half dollars. I just really enjoy those. But yeah, metal detecting, finding the silver half dollars, I mean, man, that is just so exhilarating. I seem to have stayed on pace since I started metal detecting, of finding between like 2 and 3 of them every year, which I think is pretty good. I mean, you can't complain if you dig 2 to 3 silver half dollars a year. There's and it circulated 2007. Yeah, maybe throw that aside. That one actually looked pretty sharp, like it just came out of a roll or something. But I kind of am slowing down on the metal detecting right now, and it's not really by choice, but to be completely honest with you guys, I think I kind of lost my lighting when I bumped this. The right side of my body, for various reasons and past injury, and metal detecting has accelerated it, but the right side of my body, and a lot of my muscles, my shoulder, my neck, and kind of like in between my spine and even under my arm, a lot of my muscles are just shot. It's hard for me to metal detect without having a lot of inflammation and getting a stress headache afterward. So I've tried to switch over to metal detecting with my left arm only recently, which I did in one of the last videos I posted. There's a wheat penny right here we're going to get to in a second. So except for when I'm going out and metal detecting with my left arm, I'm not really doing any digging. And it's a lot of adjustment, because I'm just so good with using my predominant arm to metal detect with. Here's another 1960. That's also a large date, so we're not going to keep that one. We're going to get to that wheat penny here in a second. Just going to go through the rest of these first. But everything in life happens, for a reason, and you just got to keep going. I mean, until you're dead, you just got to keep going. You can't quit, can't give up. Well, my chiropractor said he had a pretty good one-liner, and that was it's better to wear out than to rust out, and I agree with that. You can't quit. Here's that wheat penny. Looks like the relief is pretty high on it. I'm going to guess this one, I don't know if it was run over or what, but I'm going to guess this one is from somewhere in the 1950s. Maybe similar to that one, a 56, 57, or 58. I'll just go 58. Oh, it's a 57. But got a couple nicks on it, but yeah, we got ourselves another Wheatie right there. But yeah, I mean, just like anything in life, God has a plan with everything that happens. And it's one of those things, when I went through my severe physical problems, it makes you ask important questions and look at life from a different perspective, realizing that, you're not going to go on the same forever in this life. So It's not all a bad thing. You just got to have the right attitude. Ew, that's a nasty shield back. Probably was, who knows, for all I know it was in a toilet. I've always thought about when I was younger, I never did it. There was never anything enticing enough for me to do it. But if you ever been in a men's bathroom with the urinals, and sometimes there's coins in there, and I don't know, if I ever saw a nice silver coin in there, I'd probably have to reach down in there and get it. You'll have to comment below and tell me if you would do that. I know, if it was silver, I would be down to do it. I would do it. I'd actually, well, you probably could get in trouble filming in a bathroom, but if it was just me in there, I would film myself sticking my hand in there to pull a silver coin out. I would totally be down for that. Take one for the team. This one's got like a little bit of a rainbow tone. Not too much. I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera. Some of that rainbow toning, though, is actually gasoline toning from them being on the asphalt. So you got to learn how to tell the difference. That one looked like it wasn't gasoline, but a lot of the coins that I see people think are rainbow toned, it's just gasoline stains. It's pretty funny. Not that I'm trying to pick on anyone, but I've seen so many coins with gasoline on them, I just know what it looks like. Here's a 62D. Alright, I don't know how many more rolls we got left, but I think we did too bad here. We got some uncirculateds, we got that stamped coin, got a lot of Canadians, a couple Wheaties, and then I saved that foreign roll. So I'm pretty pleased with the results so far. Here's a nice 68. I'm just so used to focusing on finding those high relief coins, I can spot them from a mile away from metal detecting, because that's always a sign that you're starting to get into the older stuff. So even when I see them in these rolls here, I get excited. And there's been plenty of those. There's another one there, another 68. The 68s are extremely common. I've been, you know, I haven't been in any amazing metal detecting commissions lately. A few letdowns, and the places I have found some old coins, I just haven't. I've been on a silver drought with the detecting. I've been getting quite a few wheat pennies. There's a 64, and even buffalo nickels and stuff like that, which is good. I mean, because the buffalo nickels at the newest are from the 1930s, but on the public property, when I've been mopping up stuff people have missed, I just haven't been finding any silver, just wheats. And then the permissions I've been getting in lately, they've just been major letdowns. By the time I don't post this, I don't know if the video will be up yet, but I had a permission I've been wanting to get for quite a while, thinking there was going to be a lot of old stuff out of it. It was probably around probably a late 1800s brick house. And I think it was detected extensively before, which I normally don't hit yards that have been like picked clean. But this place, I found like one wheat penny and one tiny little thin relic that could have easily been missed. And apart from that and some modern coins, there was nothing in this yard. It was a little bit of a bummer, because it was one of the ones I thought was going to be really good. So the places I've been hitting lately have just not had much, or there's been fill dirt, or just some kind of reason that, you know, I don't find anything really good. But, you know, I'm not giving up, that's for sure. Just pacing myself, and not trying to be very, let's say, laser focused onto the metal detecting. Wow, that is a really nice 2018. Oh, never mind, it's got a big scuff across the front. Would have saved that one if it wasn't for that big scuff, because that one looks like it just came out of a brand new roll. But then again, we're going to be into, there's a uncirculated 1982D copper variety. It looks like a large date. I'm going to set that one aside. Wasn't expecting that. So in 82 is when they switched over to zinc from copper. So there's zinc and copper from 82. I actually never really focused on those. My focus was always on older coins. I never really like coin roll hunted pennies. I always, when I did my reselling and buying and collecting, it was pretty much always from wheat pennies and earlier, the whole way back into like large cents and stuff. So I never focused on the modern coins. I know that's like really big on YouTube for picking through and finding varieties and rare modern coins. That's just not my thing. I've never been into that. For me, it's always been about the old stuff, whether it's coin roll hunting or metal detecting. I've never really had an interest in trying to cherry pick modern coins unless it was something obvious. I don't go out of my way to find valuable modern coins just because I don't enjoy doing it. You can definitely make some money doing it if you find them. Like rare errors and stuff like that. Just not my cup of tea. But yeah, where I live now, for the metal detecting, it's a little bit tricky for getting into the older stuff. I have to drive because I'm in a rural area, so I have to drive a bit more to start with. But the see, I'm sure everybody's noticed, like I don't do as much urban hunting as I used to, like 1930s to 1950s houses. The urban areas around me are not only are they mostly smaller company houses from back in the day with really tiny lawns, but there's honestly most of the areas around me where I live now, where I moved to, the neighborhoods aren't quite as friendly, and I'm a little too skittish to door knock some of the neighborhoods around me and look for the modern silver. But over the years, I've been wanting to focus on the old stuff anyway, so I would rather drive between, drive up to 2 hours to get in an 1800s house permission and find really old stuff and potential for amazing things rather than try to door knock maybe a local tiny house looking for, silver from the 1950s and 60s, something from that. So the metal detecting has changed a little bit when I moved in different areas, but I'm very happy where I'm at right now. So I'm just going to do the best with what I have available for the metal detecting. I do have some trips planned, so I'm expecting to get into some really good areas here soon. We'll see how it goes. But I'm really itching for one of those good hunts. It's been a while for me. It's been a while since I've had one of those mind-blowing hunts, but got to hit another one eventually. Wow, there's a lot of zinc in this roll. I can just tell by looking. There's a whole streak of it here. Those are all shield back right in a row. Some 2018s. There's a 61D. All right. How many rolls we got left? Maybe about 20. Maybe not quite that many. I see a 2009. You can see from the back of it. I don't know the names of all these things. The modern ones. I think they call that one the Presidency. That's actually in really good shape. Really good shape for a 2009. Still got most, if not, well, I couldn't say all, but most of the original luster on it. There's a low mintage 2009. We're definitely going to put that one aside. That was a good find there. I saw the back of that one when I dumped the roll out. I could have missed one in here. I'm trying to keep an eye for them, but like I said, I'm not looking at the dates. I'm just if I see the back of them. So I could have missed, a 2009 here or there. Not going to look at, if I looked at every coin, this video would be like 5 hours long. I mean, I'm looking at every coin, but I mean, if I looked at every coin in detail, kind of try to keep it moving here. So if you like the penny hunts and you want to see another one, you'll have to let me know. You'll have to hit the like button and say hunt more pennies. If the video does well, I wouldn't mind doing another one just for everyone out there. There's a nice 2017. just see how the long format video does like this, see if people like it. Seems for the treasure hunting, there's a 68 with some luster on it, but not good enough to keep. Generally for coin hunting and any type of treasure hunting video on YouTube, the long format, the videos tend to do better than short videos. It just really depends on what genre you're in and what type of content people are consuming for what community you're in. And I've been wanting to do some of these long format coin roll hunts and stuff like this where I can just kind of chat with everyone while I'm doing it, do a long format video and just kind of chill. I enjoyed this a little bit more than the live streams because there's not as much back work. I can just kind of sit down, turn on the camera, do my thing, and then upload it. But I still plan on doing the live streams on occasion, just not too often. I did a few in a row when I was in a groove. I wanted to just get used to it. So I did like 5 live streams within a month and then haven't really done any for a while. But YouTube has come out, that's a nasty 69. YouTube came out with a new thing. I think it's still in beta, but I believe, I don't know how many people they chose, but in beta I was a lot of high relief in this roll. But I was chosen as part of the beta test to do something that's called a premiere. Apparently they are going to release it to everyone on YouTube to use, to creators, but basically it's you set the time a video is going to be uploaded, and then all the people that have the notifications turned on can watch your video when you upload it in real time, and you can't like skip anything in the video. So it even though it's a pre-recorded video, it acts as a live stream, and then when the video is done, it posts to your channel. So so the people who have the notifications on can actually watch your video before it's released. And it kind of works like the live stream. So say if a live stream's 10 minutes long, as soon as it's over, it still posts to your channel. There's an uncirculated 1974 copper. I'll set that one aside. That's a pretty nice one. But I don't know if it's like the live streams. I don't know if people know on YouTube. Like live streams are good if you want to make some money off of them, because people like to come through and donate a dollar here, a dollar there, and it's pretty fun. Just to do and to chat with people. But I'm not sure if it's more like the live stream where it destroys the momentum of your video, so it's more of like a communication tool than it rather is like a normal video posting. So I'll have to just run a test video with the Premiere. There's a uncirculated 82 copper. It looks like a large date. We'll throw that one aside. Those keep getting me, those 70Ds. I can't see if they're an S unless I pulled up closer to my face. So yeah, I got to test the Premiere thing, and it's a cool thing to do if you're going to release a really special video and you want to put out an alert to everyone, and everybody has a notification of, okay, the video is scheduled for this day and at this time, and anybody who got the notification is going to be able to watch it in kind of like real time. So that's pretty neat. Like if you have a special video, I kind of like that idea. It's just like they're trying to add more. I kind of like a lot of the tools they're doing. It just makes promotions and stuff easier accessible than what they have been in the past. So it's now like independent creators have more tools than ever to rival like Hollywood in the film industry. I have to check this on another one. I should have kept one of them 60 large dates. This actually, it's hard to tell. That actually might be a 60D small date. Can't really tell too well on that one. I'm going to set it aside. We'll look at it more later. So online videos have come a long way over the years with what you're able to do. What's at your fingertips. As technology increases, stuff that was accessible to the super wealthy is now, a lot of it's in the hands of just everyday people. So it's interesting to see where things will head with it now that anyone with a camera can have an audience, which I think is I think society at large is still trying to just well, some people don't think like, you know, like I think about all this stuff, like, what does it mean, you know, for the early people involved in this type of ecosystem? You know, like 10 years down the road, I mean, what if the content is all still there? I mean, it's something to think about. The amount of influence people have at their fingertips right now is, there is a uncirculated 2018D. I think I'm going to save that one. That's a pretty sharp one, especially because it's a Denver. So I've just wanted to put things in perspective and not take my influence for granted. Because I've changed my style of video a lot over the last 2 years and kind of got back to the more laid back stuff. I still do exciting videos, but it's I really like doing the personal videos and chat videos and all kinds of random stuff. Not worry about YouTube as much as I used to. It's kind of like I was really into it as like a business model for a while because I was very intrigued by the opportunity with it. But kind of look at myself like I'm in for the long haul, for better or for worse, whether people watch or not. Just keep putting myself out there with content that I'm passionate about, and just kind of let the chips fall where they may. So I do appreciate everybody out there that's offered their friendship over the years. How many rolls we got left here? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13-ish. And then that special roll. So we're almost done. Kind of went into a dry spell here. Unfortunately, not hitting anything too fascinating to show. But we did okay on the first half of this box. I think we're going to hit one more Wheatie before we end. At least I hope so. Guess we'll find out. We're going to do that last roll live with that Jamaican coin on the end. Kind of picking up the pace here. Yeah, when I started YouTube, oh, there, there it is. There's a wheat penny, not in the greatest of shape. 1950. I don't think that's actually corrosion on the top. That's not like an added material. The rest of it's clean, though. That's a really weird one. I don't know what was up with that. The reverse is nice, but there you go. 1950 wheat penny. So we got 3. Can we get that? Can we boost that up to 4? I hope so. There's a 63. Speaking of get up there, smash the... What in the world? That's pretty crazy. I think someone just like sanded. I don't know, could you just hear the cows outside? I don't have the door open, but I could hear them out there. That is crazy, and it's like smooth around the edges, like somebody sanded this down. That's really weird. Makes the Lincoln kind of look kind of eerie. I'm going to set that one aside. It's like weird stuff like that. Something different anyway. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, talking about getting up to 4 wheats. Let's get the video up to at least, let's get it up to 500 likes. Hit that like button. Smash it. Get us up to at least 500 likes. Or if you want to see another penny hunt, get us up to 1,000. I still have to go under the bleachers again on that bleachers video, metal detecting. I said that if the video got to 1,000 likes, I would go back under the bleachers and dig them out. Like, not necessarily the same bleachers, but somewhere. And the video did get a lot of views and ended up like over 20,000 views. That is a nasty penny. Like it ended at like 20,000, 22,000 views before the video slowed down, and it did get over 1,000 likes. It ended up at like 1,023 or something. So I got to keep my word on that. So I'm going to be crawling back under the bleachers with my metal detector at some point here. There's a 62. So I guess let's, since it's a coin hunting video, just do another story of, let's say, the best, highest profit I ever got on a single coin. I was purchasing massive amounts of buffalo nickels from a company that was for years on eBay liquidating, I don't know estates or what, but they had a massive amount of legit old coins that were like not picked through, and there was a lot of rare stuff in them and just crazy stuff. And the company was not really high tech, they were more volume based, and they used to just take pictures of big lots of coins flat with like a scanner, and they would throw them all on. So I was always able to cherry pick a ton of really good stuff that other people couldn't see because the image quality was low, and I would focus on buying the underpriced stuff. They list so much, a lot of it would just go cheap at certain times too. And I used to buy mass loads of buffalo nickels and pick through them, and there were some amazing batches for a while. And tons of other people did this too because this company was just amazing, and people caught on that, you know, they were finding rare stuff in the coins they bought. So there was a lot of competition too. Sometimes it was more like overpaying for stuff, knowing that you had a chance of getting something good. But I was an amazing batch of, they used to come in lots of 200, and I found several batches that had a lot of actually 1921 S's in them, which are actually extremely rare. So to find a batch that maybe had rolls or something of rare coins like that in them is just unheard of these days. And I found a 1921 S buffalo nickel in probably, I don't think it was MS60, but it was at least like, say, AU58 condition. Just flawless, amazing detail and no damage on it. I sold it for $1,400. So I was stoked with that. I got a good price for it too because it was a really nice coin. I was more of a, I wasn't really more of a high turnover rate seller. I kind of ran more of like a retail stuff in the more expensive coins where I wouldn't be afraid to hold a coin for a year at certain price points and just wait for the right buyer to come along and take offers on stuff. So like when I make a profit like that, it doesn't mean like it's sold in like a day or two, but that's one of the things I learned about business over the years is when to not get too backed up on stuff and when to just move things. I learned that the hard way, getting stuck with stuff. But let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 rolls left, including that special one. I've done a lot of crazy stuff in business over the years. I've been a very driven person. I've got stories that I'll probably share someday. Some I just am leaving secret for now, but I've done all sorts of crazy stuff. Some really smart stuff, really stupid stuff, but when you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you blaze your own path and you don't let other people tell you how to interact with life and business. And if it wasn't for following my passions and pursuits and like different stuff like that, I would have never started a YouTube channel. It literally started strictly as a hobby for me, but it just shows you when you're just doing stuff you're passionate about, it can just turn into a business even inadvertently. I got to change my camera battery one more time. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to have to try to speed this up. Almost all my batteries here are dead. I didn't charge all of them. I got one more somewhere, but I wasn't super prepared for this video. And it's going on pretty long anyway. Actually, I think I might have put the wrong battery back on this one. I have a pile of them here, and now I mixed them up. Hold on. Okay, I did put the wrong battery back on. I put the dead one back on that we had replaced before. So I got full bars now. So we're good. There's another 70D. Those things keep getting me. Ew, 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 ew. Just got nasty, sticky something all over my finger. That is disgusting. I don't know what that is on there, but I just got it all over my finger. I should, next, I gotta put gloves on doing this next time. I didn't even think about that. Probably not good getting all this copper in your bloodstream. Wear gloves, peoples. More high relief, a 63. Ooh, pretty shiny 67 there. Another 2018. Come on, let's squeak out one more wheat. 63D. I still have some rare coins I never sold. Some of them I showed in the videos. I showed my more expensive ones, like my 1873 Double Liberty Indian Head and 1909 SVDB Penny. But I got some other stuff. I got to make some more videos on that. I got to sort through everything that I have left. It's pretty cool. 68. I like how the darker coins kind of highlight the detail. That one was just too dirty overall. 5 rolls left. If you're still here, comment and say I made it, because I don't expect a lot of people to make it the whole way through this type of video. There's an 82 large date copper. One of the things, that dig or die video, when I compiled all that dig or die series, where I went almost a week with just living off of the coins I found metal detecting, when I uploaded that all into one video, it actually did pretty well. I was surprised. I mean, it started slow because most people that clicked on it, a lot of my subscribers didn't watch it because they had already seen the footage, because I had done it, like the original series. I put it up like a year and a half previous to that, so a lot of people realized it was footage they've seen, so they didn't watch it, which is understandable, but I wanted to put it all in one big long episode. And after a while, I mean, it just kind of slowed down, but then as it worked through the YouTube's algorithms, people started finding it and watching it. And the crazy thing about that series was it had a really high watch time, which is like the most important thing on YouTube. So we just got a wheat. So let me finish. I'll set this here aside for a second. So the video is an hour and 56 minutes long, and it's getting like 400 views a day right now, which I mean isn't a lot when you're considering if you're a mid-sized YouTube channel. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's definitely good. I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm happy for any views the channel gets. But this one might be slightly off-center. It is a little bit. I'll set it aside. But the crazy thing about this video is, right, long treasure hunting videos normally have fairly low watch times. Like, you may have a 40-minute video and the average watch time will be like 14 minutes on it or something. Once it gets through your normal subscriber base, especially, and just random people start finding it, the watch time goes down. But for this series, I mean, people really like it. It's getting like the average view on an hour and 56 minute long video. The average view is, I think, 51 minutes within the past 90 days, like the average view time, which is, there's 2 wheat pennies in this roll, which is astronomical for watch time on a YouTube video that's not even 2 hours long. So I may have to do another one of those, like a week-long thing or something, and just make one big series out of it. So 1950D on that wheat penny. It's a weak strike. You can tell the O up there at the top. It's very faded. That's pretty interesting. So maybe a slight error also on that one. And the other one is a 56 Denver, which I think is the first one we found. So that's 5 wheats. We're down to 3 rolls, but I gotta clear more space in my camera. Sorry for being so discombobulated. Okay, I'm back, so we're gonna go ahead and end this out quickly here. I didn't use my camera that's got my SD card on it, so it's just all internal memory on this camera, and I got a lot of footage on here that I'm not done with yet, that I haven't backed up on my computer. Videos I'm working on to post to the channel. Mostly metal detecting related stuff. Oh, there's another wheat. I accidentally flipped it over, but I didn't see the date, so I flipped it back. Guess the date. Get your guess in quick. 1944. All right. Okay, so this is the second to last roll, and then we got that one with that foreign ender. So the end of the box picked back up. We got us some cool finds. Oh, there's another one. Sweet. Looks like I saved the best for last. Okay, so let's check this one out. They're all coming out reverse first. Ooh, pretty nice detail on that one. 45. So here we go. Zinc end there, and here's that, what I think is a Jamaican 1 cent. So let's go ahead and open this up. So let's go ahead and grab that one first. 1996. Ah, it's not Jamaican. It's from Panama. Un centésimo de Balboa. That's pretty neat. That's crazy. You can see why. It's slightly thicker. Well, it's actually probably about the same as a copper penny. No, naturally I can't find one. Here's a copper one. So yeah, it's like pretty much the same exact as a copper penny, so that's why I can get into these rolls. Pretty crazy though. So I'm not going to do some long rambling outro on this. As soon as I'm done looking for these, I'm just going to end the video. So I just wanted to say thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know if you like this type of hunt and you want to see more. And stay tuned for that monster 10 box hunt of $50, but it's going to be really fun. I'm hoping we can get a lot of goodies from it. There's a 62D, so the video's about to end. Oh no, we're running out of coins. Not going to do a wrap-up, I showed everything up close. But there's the $50 in our pile of semi-goodies there. Or goodies, not semi-goodies. Goodies and semi-goodies. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care. Shh.